Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining and welcome back to Wall Street Bullion. Our guest today is Clem Chambers. He is the CEO of Online Blockchain PLC. He is also the founder of an upcoming financial information website called newfn.com. Welcome back, Clem.
Great to be back. And the newfn is now out. It came out last week and it got
Oh,
so much traffic. It blows up every day.
oh, no
But
way.
yeah, that's what comes of being successful. But we're in alpha, and people that put their name down on the list got an early look, and then it's still people can come and register for now. We're just about holding the Starship in one piece. It hasn't
Wow.
yet melted down, but it's what you'd expect when you've got a new piece of tech that everybody loves. It's kind of shaking.
Well, congratulations, and
Thank
everyone
you.
watching, check out newfn.com. I wanted to bring you on about talk about everything that's happening in precious metals, especially what's happening right now in silver and gold. Every time we talk about, the use of gold. You bring up an interesting fact, and you're the only guest who brought it up. Who, gold is used by countries for war. Why is gold moving so quickly these days? Is it concerning you?
Well, first of all, I would say the viewers, before they carry on with this YouTube, should go back and look at all our YouTubes from the past. Because I said something on another podcast a few weeks ago, and I said, we've been predicting the future. We haven't been predicting the past.
Yeah.
And a lot of people come on and say, we'll come on now and say, yeah, silver's going to go to the moon. Well, it's gone already. Is
Yeah.
it going to go to Mars? Is the question. Not is it going to go to the moon? And we were talking about it going to the moon, silver, gold, platinum, palladium, months ago, right? So it will be good for people to see those old videos so they can benchmark us. What's that lunatic talking about? Well, what was he talking about 4 months ago when gold was, or 6 months ago when gold was 2,400 or whatever?
Right.
So what we're talking about, we have a great track record of calling what's happening next. Now, if you think about gold, you go, okay, why do countries have warehouses full of gold? Just give me a reason, any reason you like. Yeah. You could say, well, they're going to make it money again. Really? I don't think so. That's not on their agenda. Now they haven't
Right.
been keeping it for decades because they're going to make it money again. So that's not the reason. So what's the reason? Oh, they're going to go into dentistry. No. They're going to make jewelry. No. So what are they doing that for? Well, they're really stupid and they're just going to keep it for old time's sake. No. Why does America park tanks on top of Fort Knox? Why? Why is Poland buying gold? Why is China buying gold? Oh, they need it for circuit boards. No, gold is for war. That's
Hmm.
it. Gold is for war. And I had that thought about 2 years ago. I went, oh, yeah, of course, that's what that's for. Of course it is. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're fighting, Great Britain is fighting Antarctica and it's losing. Yeah. And it goes, oh, please, France, can you send me some more of those things that go bang? And France says, only if you send me the gold.
Right.
Only if you send me currency. I'll send you some of our government bonds. No, no, don't want them. You're going to lose. And then what am I going to do with them?
Right. Right.
I'll send you some, gold. Really? Okay. We'll send it in the Eurostar. Yeah. And that's what it was used for in the Second World War, in the First World War, and even in the Game of Thrones, that's what it's used for. Gold is for war. Okay, so you're sat around, oh, so now I know what that's for, and now I know where they've got it. Oh, that's why the English sold half of theirs, because they were sold by the pacifists that were in government at the time. And they thought, if we sell the gold, we can't fight a war. So let's do that. Let's get rid of the gold. We'd never go to war then, will we? We've got no gold. We can't fight a war. Yeah, to get rid of it. Yeah. So gold is for war. Well, when you got a situation where somebody's going to rack up tension, or tension is just naturally racking up all on its own, gold is going to get more valuable. Its use case got more valuable. And there you are. You are a pick a country, Antarctica.
Hmm.
Okay. And there's all these people sailing ships around you and kind of being unpleasant and kind of being rude. What are you going to do? I think I'll buy some more gold. We might need to buy some more penguins. Yeah, yeah. Let's get some more gold. Oh, did you see that boat go by? Oh, didn't like the look of that. Get some more gold in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no, there's a loud American being very rude. Let's get some more gold in. You can't wait till war starts because then nobody will sell it to you. You've got to, and then you can't afford to buy it, so you buy it now. It's a strategic mineral. It's a money between governments when the going gets tough.
Hmm.
So, in the old days, I'm a retail punter and I go, oh, you're going to devalue my country currency. You're going to be going to have inflation and, oh dear, there's bad things are coming. It's the end of the world. I'm going to buy some gold. And Wall Street said, yeah, have some gold, have some gold. We'll hold on to it for you. But yeah, buy some paper gold off us. Oh, I'm going to play games with you. Oh, look, the price has gone down. Oh, we're mucking you about. Oh, we're manipulating the price. And, gold gets manipulated because the customer is the retail punter and he's the most vulnerable of all punters. Well, when suddenly China rings you up and says, I'll have 200 tons, please.
Hmm.
You don't sell them paper gold.
No.
You're putting that on a plane. Yeah. And you had to take it out of the warehouse. And now you've got a hole in your warehouse and they have to buy some in, don't you? And you don't, we're short the Chinese. We're showing, we're Wall Street. We're going to make sure we're going to manipulate the whole of the Chinese government.
Right.
No.
Hello, my silver and gold bugs. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching the video. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Back to the video.
You get out of the way of that, and these people keep buying it. It keeps going up. It keeps going up. And someone says, we're going to put a tariff on your ships, $7 million to bring your ships in with containers. Ha ha ha. Up goes gold. China says, we're going to do it to you now. Up goes gold.
Right.
So, it's just the temperature gauge of international tension. And that, in the old days, America would blow up places. Let's blow up Syria. Oh, let's blow up Afghanistan. Let's blow up Iraq. And, that's what was going on. Well, now it's Israel blowing up Gaza and Pakistan attacking India and India blowing up Pakistan. And, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's the big one is US versus China. That's the two superpowers.
Yeah.
And that's game on now. So, you got to Poland. Why is Poland buying gold? Well, because it's sat next door to Russia, isn't it? So
Well,
it's got
yeah.
to buy gold. And it's just if you are a country and you're feeling the temperature of stress going up, gold is the currency of war. And
Hmm.
as you get closer to war, even if you're a long way away, as you approach, as you go down that awful road, you've got to lay in gold, haven't you? So you're
Yeah.
out there ringing up your investment bankers saying, yeah, we want another 5 tons of gold this month. And probably next month too. And earmarks another five after that. And they're seeing that too. And they're going, oh, blimey. Okay, I think we need to buy some of that too. So you get this effect. Because remember, when gold moved, silver didn't move
Hmm.
because governments don't buy silver to fight wars. It's too light. It's too cheap. Gold is heavy and expensive, and that's what you need for an asset that you have to sail around in submarines and ships and planes to pay off big debts. You don't want to, $50 an ounce. That's too light. You need gold. Gold has that value because it is so heavy. Yeah, and that's what makes it useful currency between governments because of its literally its weight. So, silver didn't follow. And then suddenly everyone went, oh, hold on a minute. Gold's gone that away. I think we'll buy some silver because silver and gold, yep, they go together. So
Yeah.
retail goes into silver, up goes silver and follows gold. So that's what's going on. Because, Friday, if you had a portfolio on Friday, you had a very unpleasant weekend. Yeah, because all your shares are, yeah,
Right.
your precious metals.
There's about $15 trillion worth of physical gold in the world sitting there costing money rather than being used. Is just absolutely insane. Monetary Metals is bringing gold back into the financial world, putting gold to productive use right now. The problem with gold, of course, in physical form is that it's heavy, it's cumbersome, it's not particularly easy to ship, and it costs money to store in a protected manner. This platform Monetary Metals created is a proven concept and allows gold to be put to productive use. So instead of sitting there costing you money, it's actually in use earning you money.
Learn how you can earn 2 to 5% in our leasing program and how accredited investors can earn up to 12% on silver paid in silver. This advertisement is not investment or financial advice. Minimum investment applies.
Did you hear, Clem, about Saudi Arabia central banks buying silver?
Well, yeah, they're all going to. It's one follows the other. I don't. It's not necessary
It's
for
not, yeah.
Saudi Arabia's central bank. It's not necessary for the Book of Revelations to come true. It's not necessary for Warren Buffett to come out and sell everything and buy silver. Retail will do that. Now, the fundamentals are quite important, fundamentally important. Okay, so what's the use case for gold? Gold is for war. What's the use case for silver? Well, I shouldn't say it. It's poor man's gold. Yeah, it's retail gold. Yeah, because you can buy an ounce for $50, not $4,000. Yeah, so you can get a nice shiny thing that you can put in your top drawer. Not that I do that. And you can say, this is my precious metal. This is my hedge against inflation. This is my asset. This is my investment. And for 4,000, you get 80 of them. Yeah, it's a sack for the price of one little gold coin, right? So, that is what silver is. It's the retail version. Now, the key thing to recall is that there are 3,200 of tons of gold made every year. That's gold inflation. That's how much more gold shows up every year. 25,000 tons of silver. So so you've got 3,200 into 25. That's about 8. So it's 8 times as much silver produced every year as a ratio to gold.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's 80 to 1 in price. So the actual manufacturing output, there's only 8 times as much silver, but it's an 80th. It's 1.2% of in a ratio to gold, because it should be 8 to 1. So it should be $500 an ounce.
Right.
It's 50. Right. So from an investment point of view, if you think that gold's going to carry on running and retail's going to go, hey, hold on a minute. Oh, I can't afford the gold. I'll buy the silver. Then silver, that ratio 80 to 1 is going to come down. And it's probably going to come down to 40 to 1, which is still 5 times out of whack with the production. Well, for that, you get a double of what, if gold doesn't go up $1, silver would double from that point. We could go to $100 an ounce. And of course, if it went to the 8 to 1 ratio of actual mining, it would actually go to like $400 or $500 an ounce. So silver has a very interesting upside if this continues to go off the dial. Now, if you look at the gold chart, that's a bubble. That is absolutely a bubble. That's what bubbles look like. But it looks like a bubble, only, not the full way up. It's gone on a bubble and it's in progress, bubbling away. Where the top is, who knows? And of course, what defines it is what comes out of Beijing and what comes out of Washington. I mean, if they have a very bad day in a few weeks' time, who knows where the price could go? But it's not necessarily going to stay up there, or nor would you actually want it to, frankly.
Yeah, right. It'd be a little bit dangerous.
I wrote when I saw it about to go up above 2,000. Well, a bit more than 2,000. When it broke out, I wrote a piece in Forbes. I said, "Oh, blimey, look at that! That's a breakout. That is." And I said, "It's going to 3,500. Let's hope it doesn't go to 5."
Yeah.
And here we are at 4, and it's going to 5, because $5,000 in the old way of thinking, that's a level which suggests really, really bad days ahead. And so now another thing is, and this will make everybody want to buy more gold and silver, frankly. But when I can't pronounce his name, the war secretary, as they call them now, went to Europe at the beginning of the year, and he said, "Guys, you're fighting Putin. We've got things to do in Asia. We're fighting China. You're fighting Putin. We're fighting China. Get on with it." And all the European stocks went vertical.
Right.
Okay, because he basically said, we're going to be busy. You got to do this on your own. And by the way, you might as well start making your own equipment.
Wow.
And shoom, up went Babcock, shoom, up went British Aerospace, shoom, up went Rolls-Royce, shoom, up went Rheinmetall. Go look at those charts. They just went bang.
Right after what he said.
Happily, because I had both of them after he spoke.
What are your
Go on.
What are your thoughts on platinum? I know we've talked plenty about platinum before in the past. It's making those moves. Is it moving higher than gold? What is your thoughts on platinum?
My thoughts on platinum is that you've got to be a bit sophisticated to realize what that even is. And palladium is even more obscure. But of course, in the mainstream, there's 4 precious metals. You could say in the real mainstream, it's only two: gold and silver. But everybody knows, well, not everybody knows, but most people know that platinum is a precious metal, and some people have heard of palladium. Okay, so that's the backdrop. But let me finish my earlier thought. Okay, so when those defense stocks went through the roof in Europe, I said, well, that's one thing, but the thing to watch out for is American defense stocks going off the handle, and they just haven't done it. Well, they're moving now. Gold is for war, but so are planes,
Right.
right? So that backs up gold having legs, because now the American defense stocks are moving. And what's more interesting, and should say worse, is that the natural hedge, if you're a fund or somebody that knows, is to sell things like Home Depot, McDonald's, the consumer cyclicals. And you'll note that the military stocks are doing that, and at the same time, the consumer cyclicals are doing that because they're hedging
Interesting.
them. They're going long war, short happiness at home. That's a hedge, a market neutral hedge. So
Yeah.
that should worry anybody that's into gold or silver. If they want to, sit in their chair going, should I sell, should I buy? They should look at the direction of the cyclicals, consumer cyclicals, and the defense stocks, and have a look at Lockheed Martin, which I've got a fairly large chunk of, because I went, look at that chart. Oh man, if you looked at the Lockheed Martin chart over the last 2 or 3 months, you go, what's happened there? Well, obviously, you know what happened there.
Do you think other
So
companies like Halliburton will follow as well?
Halliburton's oil, right? Oil drilling. Let me try to remember. Lockheed Martin, General Dynamics, L3, blah, 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 blah. I wrote an article actually on, was it Seeking Alpha? I think it was either Seeking Alpha or Forbes. And I've got a list of them all there because I went to research them, but, I've got a sieve-like brain. So I can't remember all you American. But, what's the one that makes the Patriot missile? There's that one.
Boeing? No, no, not
No,
Boeing.
not Boeing. But Boeing, I mean, Boeing's an interesting stock. I don't hold it. But the guys that do Raytheon, the guys that
Yeah,
do
right. Yeah, yeah.
Raytheon.
Yeah, yeah, I know
So
exactly.
all those guys is very, very interesting because they're actually quite cheap, but they're moving. Okay. And the natural hedge is moving in the opposite direction because people are saying, yeah, I think we should buy some Raytheon. Oh, I think we should buy some of General Dynamics. Oh, I think we should buy some Lockheed Martin. What are we going to hedge that with? Oh, yeah, sell Home Depot. They do dustbins, don't they? And drills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sell the
that's the one we've got to
consumers.
shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that feeds back into the precious metals. Now, platinum and palladium. Okay. Now, forget the end of the world for a minute. There's a foot race between Armageddon and a utopia,
Mm-hmm.
and it's two legs to, and people are more scared of the solution than they are what could go wrong. Is AI, because AI is natural intelligence, artificial intelligence,
Right.
and blowing each other up is natural stupidity. So they're actually invariant, and to do that, and you'll see. Okay, right. So America has to reindustrialize. All right. That's what Trump's saying. That's what the outshot is. We can't bully China if China makes all our weapons.
Right.
It's you can't go around saying, oh, we're in charge here. Oh, you make all our stuff. Problem. So you've
Right.
got to onshore all your supply chain, all your manufacturing. Okay, so who are you going to put in those factories to do the work? You just told the Mexicans they can't come across the border. So who's going to be working in those factories? Not Americans, not anybody. Problem. So what's the solution? The solution is robots.
Oh,
Yes, and
wow.
you'll even hear Besant say that. The solution is robots in our factories. Well, who's the biggest manufacturer of industrial robots?
China?
Well, they are a manufacturer, but the biggest guy is a company called ABB, which is a Swiss industrial robotic company. So I was looking them up. I thought I've got to buy their stock. Yeah, let's have a look. Oh, they got bought out entirely last week.
By who?
SoftBank.
Hmm.
Yeah, the AI guys, the
Mm-hmm.
the AI portal. Yes, Mr. Trump, sir, we're going to put 100 billion into your AI project. Oh, we just bought the biggest robot manufacturer out of the Swiss for 5 billion.
Wow.
Now, if you feed that back, It's not that that's a thing. It's not that that's happened. It's not that it's all about robots or AI. It's about the fact that onshoring the supply chain to cut the cord with China is such a thing that someone like SoftBank, who's saluting Mr. Trump, has gone out and bought the number one robot factory. Yeah. So he knows. He's been told what the plan is.
Yeah, they know
And he's
what's
gone,
coming.
well, I need to buy, yeah, I know what's coming. I need to buy the big guy that does the robots. Oh, ring him up, ring up the Swiss and say, how much money do you want? Yeah, okay, we'll add $1 billion on top to make it fast.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Wow.
it all feeds back to gold, right? Because you've got to cut that cord with China.
Yeah, and it'll just shoot up the precious metals even higher because of the it's crazy
But
times.
crazy times. But AI feeds back. AI equals energy usage into lots of computers that turn that energy into AI and hot air. And I've been researching how I can turn that hot air into money because there's going to be a ton of it going for free, right? And I suppose you can have greenhouses, you can grow, fish in ponds and all sorts of other stuff, but nothing particularly interesting. Or you build your AI plant in Iceland because you can take the roof off and that will cool it down. So, but nonetheless, energy equals AI plus hot air. So forget the hot air for a minute. AI is energy usage. Energy equals AI and hot air. So energy is the thing. Now,
Hmm.
there's no second place in AI. You're
No.
not smart as the other guy, you're toast. Okay.
Yeah.
So if America doesn't have more AI than China, America's toast. If China doesn't have more AI than America, they're toast. If Europe doesn't have as much AI as America, it's toast. So there's no natural limit to AI demand. The only limit is energy. So they're going to be using all possible energy sources possible. Yeah. So
Wow.
you're going to be burning coal, you're going to be burning gas, you're going to be burning everything. So you need platinum and palladium to remediate the pollution because that's what platinum and palladium are very good at doing. That's why you have them in your car exhaust pipes. Yeah, that's what
Wow.
cat converters are.
Right.
So those things are going to be in massive demand because they're going to be burning coal, let alone petrol, and they won't be cancelling the internal combustion engine. So all those cat converters that were going to end up as platinum ingots are now going to go back into making more cat converters again. And then they're going to be needing platinum for all these environmental remediation. And then they're going to need platinum and palladium for hydrogen's fuel cells because they're going to need to make them too. And they only make 200 tons a year of each.
Hmm.
200 tons.
Yeah.
200 tons.
Yeah, the supply is next to nothing. Yeah, no, it's crazy times we're living in, Clem, especially how you broke it down for us today. Um, yeah, I'm, of course, right now, it does scare us a little bit of how quick precious metals is moving because you know what the future holds, especially what you explained with us today of war. But I want to thank you so much, Clem, for coming down and speaking to the precious metals community. I want to add your links in the description below. Where can people find you, Clem?
Well, you can find me on X, which is Clem Chambers. I've got a new YouTube channel,
Oh,
which
nice.
channel, and you have to come on my channel. I'll interview you,
Yeah, yeah, I'd love that.
and that's called Clem Chambers Alpha. But look, I want to say something else, right?
Sure.
The point is, there's this conflict. There's going to be a Cold War. There is a Cold War, and that Cold War, I think, will just be something that will go on for years. Yeah, and America's going to have to reindustrialize. They're going to have to print a lot of money to do that. So there's going to be elevated inflation, right? So people who are holding gold, that's a kind of copper bottom to their investments. But the thing to think about is in the past, it was all about environment.
Right,
Okay.
right.
And now, and Greta Thunberg was all about the environment. We're all going to die because we're all going to, all going to drown because of the environment.
Hmm.
Well, now she's on a ship protesting the war in Gaza. So she's gone from the environment to war. And that is symbolic of a change in gears. We've gone
Yeah.
from environment to geopolitical conflict. And that means that all the valuations of everything are going to change. So if you get that right, you can make a ton of money. You can, if you can, I mean, what about these factories are going to build? All right, we're going to be buying robots off of of the Japanese, because actually they do a lot of the robots. But what about machine tools? Who does machine tools in America? There's only a few companies that do machine tools in America. They're all done by the Germans. They're all
Mm,
private companies. So if you can find a machine tool company that would be part of the industrialization of America, that thing's going to fly. So all
mm.
these changes mean that there's all these opportunities just lying around to be picked up. I mean, going back to platinum and palladium, platinum used to be 1-to-1 with gold. Well,
Yeah,
why isn't it $4,000 then? Yeah, I
yeah,
mean I mean it's just there it is. What more do you need? And palladium, same deal. But you don't. What about copper? Copper is going to be in all these AI centers. They haven't got enough of it,
yeah,
right? So everywhere you look, because it's changed, because everything's going to reprice. If you can spot the repricings, there are fortunes to be made. There's generational wealth to be made, and of course, your viewers, that's their sport. So, in a sense, it's an ill wind that doesn't blow someone some good. And for us who are based, because you can back America by backing this transformation. Because if you think about it, China is the workshop of the world. America isn't. It was when it was the superpower. Well, funny enough, it might not be the superpower anymore because it can't make a light bulb. Well, if you're backing companies that are rebuilding the American industrial base, the new American industrial base, you'll make a load of money out of that, and you'll help your country, turn itself around. So
yeah.
there's not only a load of money to be made, there's good to be done as well.
Yeah, no, you absolutely nailed it, Clem. It's the dynamics are changing. There is opportunity to make a ton of money. There's a ton of opportunities. You just got to look for them. And thank you for laying them out for us. We now hopefully people watching this are a little bit more enlightened and a little bit more. They have a clear path to what to go into, and it's
Well, it must be
straightforward.
like they've already got gold and silver.
Yeah, that's right. Now it's at least a straight path where you can say, like what you were saying, talking about, manufacturing and looking at all these companies with AI. So yeah, it's an interesting future, and we're thankful for you coming down and explaining that to us. But I'm gonna put your links in the description below so everyone can find you. Everyone watching this, highly recommend you go check out Clem. Go check out newfn.com. And yeah, as the market develops, love to have you back on, Clem.
And Clem Chambers Alpha on YouTube.
Clem Chambers Alpha on YouTube. Everyone go
And I'm looking
subscribe.
forward to be back on, Ivan, and then I can maybe be a bit more positive because I think the key thing to realize is don't be on the defensive here. You
Mhm.
need to be on the offensive here because opportunity is knocking.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be on the offensive. You got to look for it. You can't just be sitting back. Yeah.
And
No.
worry yourself to death. Oh no, oh no, it's all gonna come down. Don't do that. You've made a winning trade. You've got on the winning side, and it's the upside you should be looking for rather than worrying too much about the downside.
Yeah. No, absolutely, Clem. Thank you so much, Clem, for coming down. I really appreciate it and love to have you back on soon.
See you soon. Bye bye.
Take care.